What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 50, and finally the series is making a comeback. Even before I kind of just fell off the face of the earth there for a while, this series was taking a backseat to some other things, like Inverse Edition. Really, actually, now that I think about it, I'm kind of upset that is over, because that's probably my favorite spin-off series of Battle Spot. But anyway, coming into today, we are sitting at a record of 90 and 20 on the series. I had to go back and watch the last episode to figure that out, but at least I got the record correct. Now, as for the team here, I decided to go very simple. These are all Pokemon that I've used before, except maybe the Jumpluff. I don't know if I've ever showcased this particular set in a video or not, but it's not really anything fancy. It's just a standard Sleep Powder, Swords Dancing, Acrobatics set. I think the other move is Seed Bomb for that Grass Stab. Could be useful against Swamperts and things of that nature. Then we have the Mega Bayonets, because before I disappeared, a lot of people were asking me to bring it back, so it's, again, another pretty standard set. It's a more offensive variant. Most of them are offensive. But it's packing the Destiny Bond and Will-O-Wisp and Knockoff and Shadow Sneak. Then we have Physically Defensive Slowbro making a comeback. I've used this quite often. This one has a Rocky Helmet as the item. It also has Ice Beam for coverage. Almost just choked on my own saliva there, and that would have been very interesting. That would have been very interesting indeed. As for the rest of the team, we have Choice Scarf, Staraptor, pretty standard there. An Assault Vest, Magmortar, a little bit bulkier than what I would normally like to run, but it does have Flame Charge, so that is somewhat cool, I guess. It's fun to use. I really enjoy using this particular Magmortar set, so hopefully it can put in some work. And then last but not least, we have the all-powerful Choice Banded Mienshao, and its high jump kick hits like an absolute truck, whatever an absolute truck is. But looking at my opponent's team here as we're getting into the first battle, I see quite a bit of offensive threats here. Greninja is a problem. Greninja is a huge problem just because its coverage is ridiculous, and it's faster than everything on my team except for Staraptor. So that is a bit of a problem. It's actually faster than Staraptor normally, but the Choice Scarf obviously is going to help me there. I think I want to lead off with Magmortar, just because I need to bring Magmortar because I see the Mega Mawile there, and I have nothing on my team that can handle it other than Magmortar, to be honest. I guess possibly Mienshao might be able to like OHKO it with a high jump kick, but not after an Intimidate, that's for sure. And I don't have any coverage moves for it. I don't have any ground types on the team. I have nothing else to hit it super effectively now that I'm looking. So yeah, we need to make sure that Magmortar stays alive if Mawile is going to be in the game. But a lot of threats. He's got the Alakazam too. In fact, that could be a Mega, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. And Arcanine is always a threat. He could have the double Intimidate. That is scary. So many things to try to keep track of here, as my opponent is going to lead off with the Greninja, and I'm leading off with Magmortar. This is perfect because this Magmortar is built to deal with Greninja. Even Life Orb, Hydro Pump, I have enough EVs in this so that it will never get KO'd unless it gets critted by a Life Orb Greninja's Hydro Pump. So we are completely safe. What I don't remember is if I put enough speed to outpace it with a Flame Charge on the following turn. There's also the threat that Greninja could have Shadow Sneak, which is obviously priority and would, you know, make my speed irrelevant. So I'm just going to click Thunderbolt here and get rid of this thing, or at least take it down to its Focus Sash, because this thing is a big problem. So he actually has the Scald over the Hydro Pump. That really did not do that much at all. I don't see the Life Orb, so he could be Focus Sash. No, just kidding. Just kidding. He's not going to be the Focus Sash variant. I don't know what his item was. I don't know if things have changed a little bit as far as what Greninja likes to carry. But normally on Battle Spot, it's usually one or the other. But I don't know. Maybe he was choiced. No, would have done more damage, I think. I would think, and I would also think that you would run Hydro Pump over Scald. But anyway, he's gonna go out into his Nidoking here, and I really don't have a play because he can very easily just click Sludge Wave here, and I don't want to try to get. Yeah, he is gonna click Sludge Wave. So I didn't want to get you know, tricky and try to save Magmortar and try to get a free turn by switching into Staraptor on a predicted Earth Power. He had no reason to go for Earth Power there whatsoever, and Slowbro does not take special hits well. And now that Magmortar is gone, Slowbro would be my only hope if his last Pokemon does turn out to be that Mawile, because at least I can get some Rocky Helmet damage going on it and potentially burn it with a Scald. And then stall it out with Slack-Offs, basically. So I really don't have any other play here. Nidoking would demolish my Slowbro, and like I said, want to save it in case Mawile is his final Pokemon. So we're going into the Staraptor, and now the choice is whether or not I want to click Double Edge or if I want to click Brave Bird. I guess I'll just click Brave Bird, and this has a pretty solid chance of just straight OHKOing this thing, unless it's Focus Sash, but it's probably Life Orb. And the reason it didn't show, obviously, is because of the Sheer Force, but you guys already knew that. Anyway, Nidoking goes down, so we are looking to be in a good position here, as his final Pokemon is going to be Arcanine, and that is all but going to seal the victory for us, because he may be able to just beat Staraptor one-on-one, but he's going to have no chance against Slowbro. He also does not show Intimidate, so I'm assuming that he is a more offensive variant, but he doesn't go for the extreme speed there. I guess he's just going to kill me with a Flare Blitz. No, he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, and it's going to miss just to add insult to injury. I don't know why he went for the Will-O-Wisp there. I do not think that was the correct play to make. Yeah, I can't think of a reason why you would go for Will-O-Wisp there. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But he can go for extreme speed here and just finish me off, and then we'll be able to go into Slowbro on the turn after, and we can KO him with a Scald. Even if he does have the Wild Charge, he's lefties, so I'm not too afraid, and he's just not going to be able to kill me even if he got a Super Ultra Mega Crit. It's just not happening. Slowbro is way too fat for that. So yeah, this is going to be pretty much in the bag here, barring something crazy. Crazy. I really can't see a scenario in which he can pull this out here. I'm trying to think of one, because I don't like assuming that I'm just going to win, really at any point, because crazy things happen, especially when you think you're going to win. That's when all of the craziness happens. But he's taking his time here. I hope he's not timer stalling. No, I guess not. Wasn't that long. He's not going to go for the extreme speed, possibly because he knows or thinks that it does not matter. And so Staraptor is going to pick up another kill as we Brave Bird and finish off the Arcanine. And that is going to be it for this battle. So that is going to bring our record up to 91-20 on the series. And that was only about 8 minutes or so. So we have plenty of time to get ourselves into at least one more battle, possibly another one. I'm thinking I want to do 3, depending on how long this next one is, of course. Just because we haven't had a Battle Spot episode in so long. So let's go ahead and look for another one. And I really want to see Jumpluff do some things, just because it's probably the only Pokemon on this team that I haven't used too extensively. All these are kind of recycled Pokemon. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm definitely just easing my way back into the competitive atmosphere, trying to get my feet wet a little bit and, you know, get my competitive bearings, if that makes any sense. Because you have to kind of like get into a groove. You have to be in a certain mindset to make plays and, you know, predict things. And I'm just not there right now because I haven't played in, 45 days or something. So I'm working on it. But anyway, we are here ready to get into our second battle, and this is a pretty interesting team. He's got the double bug action with Volcarona and Vivillon, both of which have a lot of sweeping potential. I'm guessing that is going to be Mega Aggron. Possible. Well, he's got 3 potential Megas here. He's got Aggron, Sharpedo, and Metagross. I would think that out of those 3, that Aggron would be the most likely, but he could be carrying 2 Megas. And it could be either the Sharpedo or the Metagross. I really don't know. So that is something to try to keep our eye on here. What I am noticing is that Jumpluff can take on a decent amount of my opponent's team. It should be able to take on the Sharpedo if I can predict around the speed boost protecting shenanigans. I should be able to take on the Vivillon. And I could potentially take on the Volcarona as well. I would just need to get non-minimum sleep turns and not miss the sleep powder, of course. Because after a Swords Dance, I'm almost positive that an Acrobatics will kill even the bulky variants of Volcarona. Ditto could be a problem. Could definitely be a problem. But we're going to play it by ear, I guess, and just see how it goes, basically. See how it goes. So we are leading off with Jumpluff. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed that Jumpluff gets some kills, especially because it's pink and it's beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful shiny Pokemon in all of history. Look how pink it is. It's ridiculous. It's just too cute. It's disgusting. I almost hate it. It's like it's a love-hate relationship. It's like so cute that you just hate it. I don't know what else to say. So he's gonna lead off with the Sharpedo here. And there's no way to know whether this is going to be Mega or not, because we don't know if he has Aggron, we don't know if Metagross is actually the Mega. They could all be holding Mega Stones, and he just kind of just interchanges it. I really don't know what to say on that. But I do think he's going to Protect here, because if he doesn't, he's going to get destroyed. Because, yeah, Jumpluff is just going to be able to OHKO a Sharpedo. So I'm going to make the switch, predicting the Protect. And after Speed Boost, Staraptor should still outpace this. No, he goes for the Ice Beam. What? And how did Staraptor survive that? I'm so confused. What is going on? So this is regular Sharpedo, and he doesn't have a Life Orb. Is it Sashed, maybe? Please don't have Aqua Jet. And it's special, too. Like, what is happening right now? My mind is about to explode with sadness. So we do outspeed, we get the close combat off. He does show off the Focus Sash. I was kind of suspecting that. And I guess I should have U-turned, but that really would not have done anything. I would have had to sacrifice something. So Staraptor is going to go down. And at least we brought this thing down to its Sash. But that did not work out well for me at all. I really thought he was going to Protect. Maybe he thought that was too obvious and that I would try to predict that, which I did. So if that's the case, then I played right into his hands, and that was a good prediction on his part. Now, I really have no option, because with the Speed Boost, Sharpedo is going to outpace and destroy Jumpluff with an Ice Beam, so I have to hope that Mienshao can survive a hit. Otherwise, we're just about to get swept by this thing, and there's really nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to click U-turn in case he decides to switch for some reason, and I don't want to be locked into a move either way. So we'll be able to get Jumpluff out and hopefully, kill some things. That is always the goal. You just want to kill things. Winning is an afterthought. Killing things is the most important thing. Destiny Bond. Okay, so at least we get rid of this thing. I don't know if that was the play to make. I mean, he did not have a Life Orb backing, or increasing his power. Increasing the power of his attacks. But I would think, because Mienshao is so frail, that you would at least try to go for Hydro Pump, because I'm assuming that's what he was carrying if he was special. But that works too. I mean, that allows me to bring in Jumpluff at full health, and I'm just going to Sleep Powder no matter what he brings out, pretty much. That's like my only play, is to try to set up and do some sweeping. If this is Metagross, I lose. I have no way of beating that. It's actually going to be Vivillon, and he knows that my last Pokemon is Jumpluff, so I don't think he has the Metagross. Now, he already had a Focus Sash on the Sharpedo, so we don't have to worry about this thing always surviving a hit. And I think I don't have to worry about Sleep Powder either. I don't even have to go for it, because I am almost positive that Acrobatics is just a guaranteed OHKO, because Vivillon is frail as a very, very skinny twig. I don't know where I was going with that analogy. But yeah, it's really frail. It does not take hits well at all, really, on either side. Especially stab super effective ones. I know it's Jumpluff, and Jumpluff is not very powerful on its own without boosting at all. But I'm going to take the chance here, and it is just going to be a straight OHKO. I'm almost positive that is a guaranteed OHKO, like I said. Did not calc it. But yeah. So Vivillon is down, and now it's one-on-one, and we have Volcarona here, and this is actually very good for me because I can very easily win this. I need to hit a Sleep Powder and then get a Swords Dance up without him waking up that turn. because most Volcaronas do run quite a bit of HP. They're usually bulkier variants because they quiver dance up anyway to increase their speed. So we will see what happens. He actually has a Lumberry. Why did I not think of that? And he's going to go for the HP Ice? Is that HP Ice or HP Rock? I mean, no, it can't be HP Rock. Because if that was HP Rock, he would have just gone for his Fire type stab. That would have been more powerful. Unless he was just showing off like, haha, I can kill you with whatever I want. So, yeah, you're a big stupid ninny. Yeah, that's a loss for us, unfortunately. It's going to bring our record to 91 and 21 on the series. And that's a little bit of a tough one to swallow. I really thought we were going to make the comeback there with Jumpluff. But, yeah, I forgot. You know, Volcarona does typically run a Lumberry. Or, not typically, but it's relatively common for it to run a Lumberry because of prankster users with, you know, T-Waves, paralysis, slowing it down and destroying its sweeps. So it makes sense for it to carry it. And it's also a way to bypass annoying Breelooms that try to spore you. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Sometimes they run Life Orb, sometimes they run... I don't know what else I've seen. Have I seen the Berry to decrease the power of Rock-type moves? Maybe. I feel like that's really far-fetched. But Life Orb and Lumberry are definitely the most common. It didn't even cross my mind, to be honest. And that's, I guess, the Rust. The Rust. I guess in that case, it would have been better off, or I would have been better off, trying to just go for the Oko and hope that he didn't have very much, if any, HP investment, and that I could just take him out with an Acrobatics. But I don't think that was going to go my way either way. I think he kind of just had that in the bag there. But, yeah, let's stop dwelling on that and move on to the next battle. I see quite a few possible Mega Evolutions yet again with the Charizard, which is most definitely going to be Mega. Salamence probably going to be Mega as well. And out of all of these, Swampert probably functions the best on its own, I would think. I mean, Salamence, I guess, functions well, too. So basically, I have no idea is what I'm trying to tell you. I have zero clue what's happening right now. We have Sylveon. I'm assuming that's going to be more of a defensive variant, possibly. Breloom is a very common lead on Battle Spot. I know that much. I'm going to lead off with Magmortar here because that's the only thing I have to really take it to Klefki, and I have a really bad feeling that he might lead off with it. So we're going to lead with the Magmortar, see what we can do there. And I'm going to bring the Slowbro because if that is physical Mega Salamence, that's basically the only way I'm going to stop it, is by taking a hit with Slowbro, which I should be able to take a hit even after one Dragon Dance. Get that Rocky Helmet damage off, and then I can probably just kill it with an Ice Beam, to be honest. It's 4 times super effective. Mega Salamence doesn't get a huge buff in its special defense upon Mega Evolving like it does with its physical defense. So, yeah, that's the basic game plan. That's the pre-game analysis, which was mostly talking about why I lost the last battle. But he does actually lead off with the Klefki, which I was kind of suspecting he would. And I don't know if he's going to want to switch here right off the bat. I feel like he might, but there's also the chance that this could be a silly Klefki, you know, one of those stupid ones that have Swagger and Thunder Wave, and they just rely on hacks the entire time. I'm going to go straight for the Fire Blast here to see what he's going to do, and he actually stays in to go for the Protect to see what I'm going to do, and he may think that I'm locked into Fire Blast now and may switch, because it's, you know, somewhat common that Magmortar would run a choice item like Scarf or Specs. Either one is good. Scarf is probably better on Battle Spot just because Magmortar is not the fastest thing, and you're dealing with Pokemon that are much more powerful and from higher tiers. So if I was going to switch, what would I really switch into? I really don't have that much of an option here. I mean, he might try to switch in his Salamence, but I don't know if he wants to take extra damage. So I'm just going to click Fire Blast again here, I think. Yeah, we're going for Fire Blast, and he is the Swag Key, of course. I was kind of hoping that this had just died out already. Like, why are people still using this? I legitimately don't understand why people do that. But We managed to break through because Magmortar is a beast, and we get off the Fire Blast. We connect on the Fire Blast, but for some strange reason, this Clef Key is still alive. Why are you not burnt keys? They're my favorite type of keys, are burnt keys. And you don't look crispy enough. Man, that had to be fully specially defensive to take that. That is crazy. I am, I think modest? Or I'm actually, am I mild maybe? Mild? No, I'm probably modest. Because I'm not trying to do a lot of damage with Flame Charge. I'm trying to remember back to when I bred this. It was forever ago. But, yeah, he is going to go for the T-Wave, obviously, and we are confused. So now we have to hit another attack. I don't want to be going for Fire Blast, so I am going to go for Flame Charge because it has 100% accuracy. And we break through the confusion again. We snap out of it with minimum turns and get off the Flame Charge, breaking through the paralysis. Magmortar just does not care about your Hacks Machine. It does not care. Roman is on our sides today, ladies and gents, as the Clef Key goes down. And we may see a Rage Quit, I don't know. Or he's just going to go into his Salamence. Time to bring out the Mega Salamence, Dragon Dance, and win. Good strategy. Good strategy. So I think I want to save Magmortar here, because if I leave him in, I don't have anything to hit Salamence with other than Thunderbolt. And that's really not going to be doing enough damage, so I don't want him setting up like 2 or 3 Dragon Dances while I'm just hanging out here. So we're going to make the switch right into Slowbro. I'm assuming he's going to want to go for a Dragon Dance here. That would be my guess. I don't know what else he would want to go for. If he is special and he has like Hyper Voice, we are in trouble. I think we just lose if that's the case. I mean, actually, we speed tie with Jumpluff. So I believe Mega Salamence has a base speed of 120 when it evolves, and Jumpluff has the same. And I'm assuming he's going to be running a positive speed nature as well. So we have a speed tie, and if I can hit a sleep powder, we could have a chance if we get a few turns there and win the right speed ties. But unlikely, because Mega Salamence's defense is so high. Even after a Swords Dance, it's going to take at least 2 hits to take it out with Acrobatics. But he's actually going to go for the Earthquake, going for the kill. And that's not going to do that much. Of course, he does get the critical hit. I really hope that does not put me into range of a double edge KO here. I really, really hope that that is not going to be the case. I don't think so. But that would be really, really unfortunate if a critical hit does that. So now we have a decision to make. Do I want to go straight for an Ice Beam? I don't know that that would kill, to be honest. I think he would survive with a little bit of HP left, so we might be better off just going for a Slack Off to also check to see what he's going to do. If he's going to switch out, then at least we're back to full health. So I'm going to go for Slack Off here, and he's actually going to go for the Outrage. So this is great because he's now locked in. That was a little bit scary, and judging by how much that did, if he had Double Edge, that may have killed, because that was going to get the boost from Aerolate. So yeah, that crit could have mattered if he did go for Double Edge there, but he doesn't go for it. He locks himself into the Outrage, and we recover pretty much all of that back. We're pretty much right back to where we were before. And so he has to go for Outrage again here and take more Rocky Helmet damage. What I don't want is to Slack Off here and then have him get confused and then switch out. I want this thing gone. So if it means I have to sacrifice Slowbro, I will do that. So I'm going to take the damage and then go for Ice Beam, and that should kill. And it does. So Mega Salamence is gone. That is probably the biggest threat to my team, other than, I guess, the Clef Key, which, you know, that's just pure hacks. But he has Charizard. Wait a minute. You already have your Mega. You already showed your Mega, so this, I don't understand what's happening. Why is there a Charizard on the field? This is regular Charizard? Okay, I'm going to Thunder Wave it just to try to make it easier for the rest of my team. And he actually is going to pull out a Thunder Punch. Okay, then. I can honestly say I was not expecting that. So, is this just a Mega Charizard X that can't Mega Evolve? Is that what's happening? Well, we can rule out a Focus Sash if he was carrying that for whatever reason, thanks to the Rocky Helmet. And I'm just going to go out to Magmortar here because we can end this with one Thunderbolt. We just have to not get fully paralyzed. I don't think he has anything to hit me with anyway. Maybe Earthquake. He's going to try to Dragon Dance, trying to take advantage of me potentially getting fully paralyzed here, or maybe he thinks I just don't carry Thunderbolt, but it's probably Magmortar's best coverage move. They all have it, and mine is no different. We do get a critical hit just to add insult to injury. I do not believe that mattered because it's a Magmortar and a regular Charizard. So yeah, that's going to be a victory for us. It is a 2-0, brings our record to 92-21 on the series, and that is going to wrap up today's episode, and kind of a milestone episode too, because it's episode 50, so that's pretty exciting. We're gonna have 2 more episodes with this team, of course, and maybe have 1 or 2 other sessions coming up with kind of just some regular-ish Pokemon, not off the wall or anything. So you just have to bear with me with that as I get myself back into the game, so to speak. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you're happy that things are returning to normal with the regular uploads and everything. Seems like you guys are really enjoying it, and I'm super stoked to be back. So all good stuff. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you could leave a like or a comment or whatever you would like to do, of course. And with that being said, I will see you all next time, and until then, game on.